Hello everyone, it's Noah here, and today I want to bring you my Exosister list. So Exosister is an archetype that focuses on your opponent removing cards from their graveyard, whether it's by special summoning or banishing or adding them to your hand. And when they do that, they can turn into their Exis forms just by themselves instead of using two monsters. Now some of the Exis monsters such as Metalis is really strong, and the current meta decks such as Sword Soul or DPE often banish or special summon cards from their graveyard, which always makes Exosisters live. In this list we have 3 Sophia, 3 Alice, 3 Stella, and 2 Irene. Irene is the worst one. It allows you to mold in an Exosister card. Alice can be special summoned if you have another Exosister in the field. Stella allows you to special summon an Exosister from your hand, and Sophia allows you to draw one card if you control another Exosister. They also all have the ability to Exis summon if your opponent moves a card out of either graveyard. I'm playing many hand traps with it, with 3 Maxi, 3 Ash, a Nibiru, Imperm, and then 2 Cyframe Diadema. Instead of Dema, you can play some different hand traps. I only prefer it because it's a super rare, and I wanted to be on a budget while making the deck. But if you want to focus on banishing strategy, you can use cards like Dimension Shifter in order to make graveyard decks even worse, or just something like Effect Veilers or Infant Impermanence will do very well as well. We have 3 Exosister packs, which allows you to search an Exosister and even special summon it to your field. Exosister Vadis is a trap, but it does summon 2 Exosisters from your deck, so it's certainly worth playing. Exosister Carpe Diem allows you to call a name and negate all its activated effects on the field until the end of the turn, when you Exis summon an Exosister monster, as well as when you attack or get attacked with an Exosister, destroy a spell trap your opponent controls. I do quite like it. And finally, Armand allows you to Exis summon an Exosister using an Exosister. You can only use it in your opponent's turn unless they control a monster special summon from the graveyard, but I usually prefer using it in my opponent's turn anyway, just to summon Mithialis in their turn. So if you look at the Exis monsters we have Mithialis, which when summoned using an Exosister monster, it allows you to crit effect, banish a card your opponent controls or in their graveyard, and you can detach a material to add an Exosister spell trap from your deck to your hand once per turn. Caspital, when summoned, loads both players' graveyard so neither player can special summon from the graveyard for the rest of the turn. Also can detach one to add an Exosister monster from your deck to your hand. Azophiel, when summoned, neither player can activate effects in the graveyard for the rest of the turn, and you can detach one to return one monster your opponent controls to their hand. And then Gibrin, when summoned, has a crit effect, target one effect monster your opponent controls negates its effects, and then detach one to deal 800 attack to all your Exis monsters. Which is not great, but I do like the monster negate, so that's why we're playing it too. For other Exis monsters, I have Barustra, which has some effect negation, which is really effective against certain boards. We have F-Zero. If you have 2 Exosister Exis on the field, it can be nice to climb into Utopia to the future. And we're also playing the Utopia Double and Utopia for OTKs, thanks to Double or Nothing. And then finally Zeus, which only really gets 1 activation in this deck, but that's still really strong, so I do want to play it in my deck. Support Exosisters, I'm playing Inari Fire, Gigabyte, and Ranyu. They all have the ability to be special summoned from your hand if you control a spellcaster, and all Exosisters are spellcasters. When Gigabyte is destroyed by battle, it allows you to special summon either Ranyu or Inari Fire from your deck. When Ranyu is destroyed by battle, it allows you to special summon Gigabyte or Inari Fire from your graveyard. And if Inari Fire is destroyed by card effect, it can special summon itself back. This allows you to have Exis material, but also if you just don't draw anything, you can set Gigabyte and it will float into Ranyu, into another Gigabyte, into an Inari Fire, so it does give you some protection as well if things go wrong. Of course we have Raigeki and Lightning Storm, which is good to clear, although Lightning Storm sometimes doesn't go well with Carpe Diem since it's a continuous spell. But it's too good not to play it. And then finally my tech card of choice is Exis Import, which allows you to attach an opponent's monster to your Exis monster as a material, if that monster has lower attack than your Exis monster. As a crit effect, this card can be really good. It's a really good way to remove your opponent's threats from board without having to destroy them or even send them to the graveyard. And nobody really expected this strat, which is why I really liked it. But that's the deck, so let's just get into some gameplay. So here are some 2 quick duels from this game. Our first match is against Sci-Fi Galaxy, and they will be going first. They are going to activate Constellar Belt. It stops us from damaging them, but it does not stop us from activating Maxi. So we will chain the Maxi to Sci-Fi Twin Raptor. So we will draw a card when they special summon a monster with it. They'll still use the effect, make both monsters level 8, and then Exist summon into a Galaxy Ice Cypher Dragon. They don't want to commit further, so they'll just pass our turn. But we have just actually drawn lots of good cards, so we will start with Lightning Storm and destroy their back row. They're going to chain back to the front and resurrect one of their monsters from their graveyard. Now we can start playing, so I'll normal summon Stella. Using its effect, I will special summon Sophia, and then with Utopia effect I'll draw one more card. Then I can special summon Gigabyte and Ranyu from my hand for free, and then Exist summon into Exosister Michaelis. Exosister Michaelis' effect allows me to banish my opponent's monster, and then her second effect allows me to search for an Exosister spell trap. I will search for Exosister packs, which I will then activate to search into another Exosister monster, which will be Alice. I will then special summon Alice by her own effect, and then Exist summon with Sophia and Ranyu into a Hospital. Hospital affects locks both graveyards, not that it will matter, but her second effect allows me to search for an Exosister monster, so I will search for Sophia for next turn. I will go into battle, hit with Hospital, and then hit with my other Exosisters for some damage. I will set to and end my turn. This does feel really good, but just for insurance, I will go into an F-Zero, and then make Utopia create a feature, so that we will have a strong monster in the deck. And if we also need an Exosister monster, we have the Armament, so then we can turn Alice into Michaelis if we need to. They will draw for turn and realize they can't really do anything to this board, so they'll just surrender. I also want to show the OTK potential of this deck, so let's have a look. Our hand is once again looking really good. They'll start with Sunmine Sowing, and we will chain Max D, so they won't be able to full combo, unless without us drawing like a billion cards. They will special summon with Lokai, and then special summon Neophilia and Niami, and then total set 1 and pass their turn. Our hand is looking even better, and we can just draw full combo with this. We'll summon Stella, activate this effect to summon another Stella, and then activate Alice's effect to special summon her, and then special summon Inari Fire from our hand as well. We'll Exist summon into Michaelis. Michaelis' first effect, banish the set card so we know that they can stop us from multi-chain them, and second effect, for a patch, but we won't even need to activate it, because we'll just Exist summon into a Utopia double. Utopia double effect allows us to add double or nothing from our deck to our hand, and then we will Exist summon into a normal Utopia. We'll go into battle, attack with Utopia, activate its effect to negate our own attack, and then activate double or nothing, which allows us to attack again and gain double attack, which will win us the game in one hit. Overall, the deck is actually pretty viable. It certainly has its weaknesses, like sometimes you just can't summon an Xyz monster because you haven't drawn enough monsters to summon it. So it's not like a Sword Soul or a new meta threat for sure, but it's still really strong in the current meta, just as an anti-meta strategy, which gets powered when your opponent uses their graveyard. I certainly enjoy it, and I think this is a viable strategy to play in the upcoming meta. However, I don't expect this to become the next best deck anytime soon either. Either way, this is really fun to play, and if anyone's curious if they want to make it or not, I would certainly advise trying it, but the cost might be a bit too expensive. As you may have seen in my previous video, it did cost me more than 8,000 gems to craft it, so it really depends on if you are willing to try to get 3 packs or not. But overall, I can say that I really enjoyed it, and I hope you did it too. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you liked the video, and I'll see you in another video.